What's up, everyone? Pokemon Star Neo here, and today I'll be using a team used by Takafumi Yukimori at the Japan National. It got top 16, and it's a Lunala team. Lunala, I think, has a lot of fun tricks up its sleeve, especially in the Trick Room. So let's go over it. We got the Lunala with the Fairy Terra, Power Herb, Expanding Force, Moonblast, Meteor Beam, Trick Room, Ursaluna, Ghost Terra, Guts Flame Orb, Headlong Rush, Facade, Rock Slide Protect, Urshifu, Rapid Strike with the Water Terra, Focus Sash, Surging Strikes, Close Combat, Aqua Jet, Detect, Rillaboom with the Fire Terra with the Assault Vest, Grassy Surge, Woodhammer, Grassy Glide, High Horsepower Fake Out, Indeedee with the Fairy Terra, Psychic Surge, Safety Goggles, Follow Me, Dazzling Gleam, Trick Room, Helping Hand, and last but certainly not least, we got that Torkoal with the Drought, Choice Specs, Fire Terra, Eruption, Heat Wave, Weather Ball, and Overheat. Yeah, I've done some practice battles with this one. It's a fun team. I do like me some Trick Room, and I have a lot of favorites on here. I love Indeedee, I love Torkoal, Rapid Strike, and yeah, Ursaluna. I like both forms. So it's a fun team. If you want to try it, you got the rental code here. If you want to do it on Smoggin, I'll have the Pokepaste there. Anyway, enough chit chat. Let's go straight to the battles. Our first opponent is going to use a Calyrex-Ice team. Okay, so they also will appreciate some Trick Room. I think, who'd we have? They also got Terrain as well. I feel like Torkoal was great in the back. I think we give some Fresher in the beginning. That Urshifu, Lunala. We have Torkoal. Give us some redirection. Alright, let me think. Lunala or Ursaluna. 2 moon-based Pokemon. You know, I think I'm good. Now, will my predictions be right? Only time will tell. Alright. Oh, the loading causes me anxiety. Alright, let's go. So they're going to send out an Ogerpon and Calyrex. Alright, my Lunala and my Surging Strikes. What I want to do, I want to power up my Ursaluna. I'm going to Surging Strikes into... Should I? So it does have the Focus Sash, so in case it tries to go for attack, I at least have that. We're going to Meteor Beam into the Calyrex. If it Follow Me, try and get Trick Room up, I'm fine with that, because I have stuff in the back that will outspeed it. If it wants to go for damage, it goes for damage. But right now, alright, it's going to Protect. Thankfully, with the Meteor Beam, it will still power up. So Ivy Cudgel is going to go into my Lunala, and it doesn't do much. Surging Strikes will go there. It will not be enough to KO, unfortunately. But we're fine with that, because, you know, one little quick Aqua Jet will take care of that. So we get the Meteor Beam up, raising that special attack, and even though it goes into a target that protected, we're fine, because now we can do some fun shenanigans. Because now, what I want to do, I want to Aqua Jet you, because even if you switch out, that's good for us, because you still have Sash, and if we're looking in the back, still have some things, like, I don't feel like I need to go into anything right now. And since I have that taken care of, do I go to Fairy right away? I think Fairy is good into a lot of their team. And limits their options, so might as well try and get max damage off if I can. Alright, so they're gonna stay in. Alright, we're gonna terrestrialize. Nice fairy typing. So, got a lot of multipliers going into that slot. They're going to terrestrialize. No, doesn't make sense to use that. Alright, so it's probably gonna be water. Fire! Gutsy! You're going to fire Terra in front of my Urshifu Rapid Strike. I mean, it survives a move, don't get me wrong, but I think it's very, very risky. Alright, Moonblast doesn't do anything. Glacial Lance does more than I would like. But the Lunala does outspeed, so that's good. Here's what I'm gonna do. I know I gave myself that boost, but right now the boost is not giving. So I'm gonna go out into my Indeedee real quick, change up the terrain, gives me an edge over this Rilla. Because if it's going for Fake Out, then it's not gonna work. That's what I'm hoping for. It withdraws the Calyrex into what? Pelipper. Interesting. Drizzle. So it's going to go into Pelipper. It's not going to do a whole bunch of damage, unfortunately. But it brings it down to half. We appreciate that. So that makes me concerned on what this... It's going to Wood Hammer. I mean, they weren't wrong to do so. So this puts me in a less ideal situation. All right. So it doesn't have spread moves. So what I have to do right now... I think we take out you. We have this thing go into... I think I want to get Trick Room up, TBH. So we're gonna set up Trick Room. We're gonna follow me. That works. I will not be size spamming. Follow me. Wood Hammer is going to go into it, do some more recoil. Brings my Indeedee down to half. Trick Room gets off. Good. Good. So... I think I want target into you. I don't think it knows that I have Torkoal in the back. Now, the downside is it did fire Terra, so my moves won't be doing too much into it. Pelipper withdrew. Okay. If I can big brain this, I can do a Weather Ball that is Water Terra into that slot. Wood Hammer will go into this. And unfortunately that takes it out. Now they have terrain control. Also, and this is me, I wasn't aware that it outspeed in the rain. Oh well. Is it still winnable? Well, Dazzling Gleam instead of Psychic. We love that. I think... Hold on. Do you have Helping Hand? You do. I think we go for Weather Ball here and hope that they switch out the Rilla. They do. Alright, so that means that I will be able to, at the very least, get a Helping Hand, Weather Ball in the rain into this fire type. Since my other water type is here, I will be locked into this. It's not going to do great damage, but we need to do something. So their Calyrex, gone. Perfect. I still think they're going to win this, because they have A, type advantage, B, terrain advantage, and C, I think offense, they got a lot in it. I think I'm gonna at the very least Dazzling Gleam. Weather Ball is not very effective into either. What scares me right now is Pelipper. Fake Out will go into you. I'm gonna use Weather Ball. Crit, I mean, it is choice damage. It does take it down. Alright. So, we're not in a hopeless position. Because here's the thing. If it doesn't have, oh, they cancel, yeah. I was saying, if they didn't have, if they only had U-Turn, Grassy Glide, Fake Out, and Wood Hammer, then they don't have the offensive prowess against my Torkoal. So, yeah. I was not expecting to win it near the end, but awesome, solid battle. GG's to my opponent. Against, I believe that's Misaka. Another Calyrex-Ice team. Ooh, is this... yeah, I think this is the one that just made it to the finals at the latest regional. Fun team. Yeah. I liked it. Now I'm gonna have to think, how do I want to fight this thing? Yeah. Good news. I would have terrain control. However I want to do it. This thing still might do well. I think this is a good team because they can do a myriad of things. Shout out to them. Oh gosh. I think we bring you. And you. You. Because I'm very worried about their lead Pokemon. Now I have to think of one more real quick. YOLO. Torkoal could have been another option, but I think it's really dependent if I get Trick Room up, and I still think this team, their team, can do pretty well in Trick Room. With Ursaluna, I at least have the idea of if it's a higher speed on the Calyrex-Ice, then I can do well in Trick Room. It's all to like think about. So what I want to do right now, this thing may not expect me to. It might either want to get Tailwind up, or it might want to just take out my little buddy. I think a knockoff is possible. I'm down to risk it for the biscuit. I'm going to Surging Strikes into that slot. Thankfully, from what I remember from this team, it is Covert Cloak and not Rocky Helmet if it wants to switch out into the Amoonguss. If if you haven't seen the finale for the regionals yet, for the San Antonio regionals, please do. It was a blast. All right, what's coming out? Amoonguss. Worst thing in the world. Because like I said, they might be expecting me to Trick Room right here. Maybe they want me to get the Trick Room off. I hope memory served me right, and it's not actually. Alright, so knockoff. Not gonna do diddly. I'm a little concerned because that is my that was a bit of my answer into this Amoonguss when it came to not getting put to sleep, but we cannot win them all. Alright, we're gonna Dazzling Gleam. Oh, wow. I am surprised that did not KO. Quad, quad super effect, the quad damage. What the heck? Okay. Well, I mean, there's not much special. Okay. That is concerning. They may want to switch out. The thing is, right now, this thing really only has Dazzling Gleam. I'm going to Surging Strikes into you because I can see this wanting to switch out right now. Because it doesn't live another one. I'm in quite the pickle. It is going to Terra. It's going to Terra Flying. It does go into Terra Flying. It's going to do a lot of damage. Thankfully, as we just saw, there is a lot of defensive capabilities of my Indeedee. Is it going to survive? I don't think so. But hey, we take a... Oh, it does. Okay, so that also means that going into the slot of my Indeedee is probably a Spore. You know, the knockoff went in, we had that survival, and I think Terra, we got rid of one of their heavy hitters, something that can take away my resistances and whatnot. Spore will go into this slot, and we're okay with that. Alright, so I don't know how familiar they are with this team. Okay. Breaks the mold. Because how much more of Psychic? I have 3 turns of Psychic Terrain. Because I feel like if I Expanding Force, that'd be good. I think we go into you, and then we are going to Detect. We're gonna go from there. Okay, we get our bear out. Amoonguss will at least come out, so I don't have to worry about anything putting myself to sleep. It might want to go into my... The thing is, the damage output of my Indeedee is not great, and it's guaranteed at least 1 turn of sleep. So right now, going into you is Horn Leech, yeah. Okay. We got Fire Up. This thing is defensive at least. If I Rock Slide into both, and then I think it's like all depends on what they are more afraid of. The downside is that this is probably slower. I think the thing is it has Focus Sash, so even if it targets into that slot, I should be okay. I'm more worried about this thing because it resists more of my team that's left. And it's not really doing too much damage. I probably at least should have gone into... It does about half. Let's see. Horn Leech will go into that slot. I might get... Oh, of course we get the crit. Or it gets a Glacial Lance, so it does underspeed. That is my boo-boo. Okay, so now we know at least the different speed speed interactions. I'm down to Meteor Beam into you, and I'm going to Surging Strikes into you. Alright. Follow me. Yeah. I think Psychic Terrain might have been good here, but... Or not Psychic Terrain. Alright, we get a crit. We get another crit. At the very least, if you're doing that, you're not attacking. But props to that Poke. Alright, Meteor Beam is going to go off. And then all we have is their Amoonguss left. Thankfully, we got a few good things going in our direction. Now we got it powered up. It still has its shield, so the first attack is not going to do a crazy amount of damage at least. Trick Room will go off. This does make things a little harder. Not gonna lie. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna Expanding Force. I'm gonna go into Indeedee. Because the Spore could at the very least go into the... It doesn't make sense to Spore into that spot. But right now I need to try and get Psychic Terrain up as soon as I can. Spore, yes, we'll go to that slot. Alright, so Glacial Lance will go into both. It's going to get stronger, unfortunately. Yikes. Alright, so I think we're screwed. The downside, Nala also doesn't have a protecting move. It does have Trick Room. Maybe I could have Big Brained and then pressed Trick Room as well in the previous turn. But I do not have Big Brain energy. I am trying to do my best here. If I detect, then that's bad. So I'm gonna have to be put to sleep. I just need you to survive, Lunala, and wake up. Waking up and surviving. Those are your two objectives right now. And you do not achieve that. But that's also my fault. You know, they made a great read on me. So Surging Strike's not going to do much into it. So yeah, crit. It's sad when the crit does not do meaningful damage. But, you know, my opponent played great. I think, as you all know, this is a very strong team. I figure if you're watching my video, you've probably already seen the regionals. If not, I don't like surrendering, even though I know it's certain doom. So I think I am going to just let it finish off. One of my favorite quotes from Man of Steel: "Good death, it's its own reward." So I'll give my opponent the honor of taking me down, and Urshifu the honor of going down in glorious combat. GG's. Groudon team. I like Groudon. Alright, so obviously they're also going to want to get that fire going. How I'm feeling with this one. Lunala will probably have to be Terran at some point. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to lead out with these, have the terrain right then and there. This thing can Breaking Swipe. This could... Let's see, yeah. I'm liking this so far. And then I want you in the back, because there's... Pretty sure that's either Rapid Strike or... No, I don't think it's probably Rapid Strike. Right now they have a shy bit of a fairy weakness, which... I'll do that. And then I want some physical damage, and I feel my Ursaluna is the best for that. Let's hop in. Do. I like this. I don't know how they got that, but I like the Wooper and the Shudo-Wudo. Okay. So they're going to send out there. Okay, single strike. It is single strike. Alright, so feeling a lot of pressure to Fairy Terra. Or I wait a sec. Because I want this thing. I'm a little worried. Because I'm worried that this thing might be in prison. So what I'm going to do for now is Dazzling Gleam. Because I can see the Imprison coming out. What's going to come in? Volcarona? No, there. It is going to be, yeah, Volcarona. Resist some of that fairy damage. Alright. Because, like, my one thing is Imprison is usually good on ladder. I see a lot more of that there because if they're not expecting it, it gets you a really good lead. Dazzling Gleam, well, they don't have that. Alright, well, I'm going to Moonblast. This is going to be Terra'd right into you. Boom. So, oh, special attack goes down. We love that. Fairy Terra. Little Chip. I think we're going to Meteor Beam into you. And we gonna Trick Room. Alright, especially with its special going down, it might want to set up, it might want to do something to mitigate it. Dazzling Gleam, it doesn't Terra, which is good for us. Meteor Beam, that should knock out this Volcarona. And then with that little Power Herb, we get this boost right off the bat. Bye. Very good. Alright, so Volcarona is down. We're gonna get Trick Room off. Now looking at their team, well, I'm not looking at it right now. They might want to choose whatever their slowest one is, or they're restricted. And there is Groudon. At this point, so yeah, they're probably going to want to switch that out. I kind of want an Expanding Force here. How slow are you? Yeah. I'm down to Expanding Force. Alright, so it might underspeed. I'm going to Expanding Force. I keep saying that. Now, Terrain might go out. Or Psychic Terrain has 3 turns. I kind of want to preserve it. So I'm going to go into Ursaluna, because I'm pretty sure their Flutter Mane wants to go out. I just kind of want to have that Indeedee in the back once priority is set up again. Or like once this expires. Oh, Precipice Blade just goes through. They're just like yeeting. Okay, so we are going to get the Expanding Force off. It does. Deletes them. Very nice. Alright. Yeah, once that Power Herb has gone off and its special attack is raised, it is a force to be reckoned with. And, yeah, a lot of reckoning. And I reckon they're either going to forfeit or, yeah, I reckon there's going to be a forfeit. Alright, and they have not used Terra yet. It could be dark, it could be poison. Either way, I feel like Headlong Wash or Facade 104. It could be Ghost. So I'm just going to do this instead. Yeah, battle was canceled. But, you know, don't always assume that your opponent is going to cancel. But yeah, we won that one. I dig it. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Lunala is a fun Pokemon. I think, especially when you get the hang of this team, it's a lot of fun. If I know, like, the thing going around with Reg G, it's like, how do we make it different? How do we make it fun? And I think it's up to us in the meta. It's like, use different mons. Have fun with it. Even if it's just for a little bit, for one tournament. Regionals, we'll see. We'll see how confident you are. But, you know, go to your locals. Use a fun team. I see many people do it at mine, and it's fun when you face them. And sometimes it's fun doing it as well. Anyway, that's it. Peace out. I'll see you in the next one.